Hello guys, it is time for another update. Alright, so what we're looking at here, this is the door with the throttle on it, and it is covered with cardboard now. I replaced the fabric because I believe that the fabric, when the motion sim was moving a bunch, the fabric was swaying. So I thought that was throwing off the cameras on the inside-out tracking of the Reverb G2. So I just went ahead and replaced all of this with cardboard. I finally found some cardboard that was actually big enough to where I didn't have to cut like a bunch of small little pieces and tape them together. That's what I was going to do until I found these. So that's now completely cardboarded up. One thing that I might have done wrong is I put the plain side inwards and the shiny side with pictures and stuff on it on the outside. I probably should have reversed that, because the reason why it's currently off the sim and sitting off to the side is because when I was doing testing, I was getting really bad. The headset was losing tracking very, very bad. And it usually was when there was hard cornering or a lot of traction loss. Basically, anytime the rig whipped around like that, the headset would lose its tracking. So the next step was basically going to be to print out a bunch of QR codes and just tape them all over the inside. But I wanted to just take this off and see what it would do without it. I just wanted to test it because this is very heavy. This stuff, I mean, it's aluminum, so, you know, it's not as heavy as it would be if it was steel, but it's still, you know, significantly heavier than nothing. So if the rig didn't have this, the rig would be a lot lighter, which means the rig wouldn't draw as much power and could have faster reaction time and all that. So I just took this off just to test the rig, and I found out that I guess I trained the tracking, the environment on my PC and the tracking, that now it doesn't move you near as much. Like when you actually accelerate and decelerate, it doesn't try and throw you into the dashboard and behind the chair. It still moves you a little bit, but it's tolerable amounts. It's not enough to where it actually like throws you off immensely. So I have kept this off the rig here. I'm gonna keep it just in case I still need it. Plus it was, you know, a ton of money, probably $150, $200 in aluminum, and plus the argon to weld it and everything. So the rig is now naked again, which I like, because I really didn't like how big the rig had gotten with the shell on there. Like the amount of room you would need to keep this, you know, away from the walls and stuff while moving with the shell on there was a tremendous amount. Like, you need a ton of room, versus now with it off, you don't need near as much room. Like, you basically just need the footprint of the traction loss frame. Speaking of which, after I took it off, I really didn't like, it's always been kind of wobbly, unstable. Like, it's on blocks now, so it doesn't wobble, but it would always kind of wobble, not back and forth this way, but it would wobble like this. So what I did to remedy that was I rebuilt this not U-joint, but the joint here, the swivel joint. Rebuilt the bottom half because I wasn't sure if it was flexing or doing anything, so rebuilt it and made it as strong as I can. And it was still, this center 2x4 was still flexing when the motors are turned on and someone's inside there, I could literally just watch the entire thing flex. So to remedy that, I took cut off of this this stock here, the cutoff from this length, because I bought two. This one and this one were 4 feet, so that one runs the entire length all the way up there, and that one is significantly shorter, so that's the cutoff from it. And then I had some of the angle iron, the short angle iron from the rails left over, and then I had a good amount of the angle iron, the 2x2, that I didn't use because it's too big. So I welded those on either side of the box section to strengthen the, where's my finger? To strengthen the top of it, down the top of it there. Because when I used the box section before and bolted that swivel joint all the way through to the box section, it basically just warped the top of the box section. That alone wasn't strong enough. So I welded these to the side of it, which should give this a lot of strength from warping back and forth, doing whatever, and then welded that on all around. So now I'm hoping it's a lot stronger. And then I still have wood back there because I don't have any steel to replace that. That would be a lot of steel to replace that bottom section. Plus the wheel, I have to raise the frame so high because I wanted the motors drop down so low that the wheels have to be really high. So that would be essentially 2 of these box sections stacked on top of each other, and that's just a waste of material. So I don't know when I'll get around to doing that, but in order to tie that steel front end into the wood back end, I basically just had these angle irons that had holes drilled in them. These were like failed carriage mounts, basically, like this angle right here with the bearings on it, the bolts going through it. That's basically one of those right there that I failed the drill pattern. They were too far off. So I just had one of those and another much thinner gauge over there, but it's literally just to keep this piece and this piece from splitting. So it doesn't need, there's not going to be a tremendous amount of force on it. And this is now, coming over here, this is now the width of the frame, the top frame. So now that should stop it from twisting in any manner right there. So that pretty much eliminates I'm hoping that eliminates the issue that I was having with it twisting. And let's see, this gets pushed up against there. Let's see, what else do we have? I had my brother and sister come over and test it when I had the battery connected, and they said it was awesome, very realistic. So looks like I'm moving in the right direction. One thing is the battery. Either this battery is going bad, which I'm hoping is the case, because the battery basically only lasted maybe an hour and a half. I want to say, if that. It might have only been about 45 minutes. And then the rig started really dying, so I could tell the battery was dying. So I've got it on the charger right now, and if I can get it charged tonight, then I definitely want to put up a video. I was actually in the process of trying to figure out shadow play recording and setting this camera up to record the rig, and then, you know, splice the videos together, picture in picture, and to be able to post it. I was in the process of doing that when my brother and sister-in-law came over, and then I was just like, you guys got to try it since I have it all set up. So I'm going to go back to trying to get that set up. I might just do it without the motion sim while the battery charges. Make sure that I can get the video, the shadow play going, and then get a video recorded of it actually moving with gameplay, because I haven't had that in quite some time. Anyway, thanks for hanging around. We'll talk to you guys later.